Hey, good morning, everybody. I thought I would come in. I thought I would come on and do a little bit of an update of what's going on. So we were boondocking out in Arizona, and it was an awesome spot with our friends, Roman remodelers out there. We are now at a casino. I think I put it in the description of the casino. I can't remember what it's called, but it's like outside of San Diego. But we were out in Arizona boondocking, or dry camping, I guess I should say, in an awesome spot. And Sabrina received a call. Sorry, I'm still figuring out this gimbal apparently. So Sabrina received a call saying that they needed a pulmonary critical care physician back east. And they wanted to know what was the likelihood of her being able to make it back within, I think they wanted her there within like 2 days. And we were like, well, it's kind of impossible with the RV, but I guess she could fly, so that's what wound up happening. So we left Arizona, came out here to San Diego, found this casino that's about 40 miles from the airport, and I drove her left the RV here, took our tow car, drove her over to the airport, and she caught like a 4 a.m. or a 6 a.m. flight. I think I had her dropped off at 4 a.m. in the morning. That was about 2 days ago. Talked to the casino here and said, would it be possible to, camp out in your parking lot for 2 days because of like timing and just being tired. And so they actually, because they only have a 24-hour policy, and we talked to security and the manager at the casino, and he said, yeah, no problem at all. And, I guess they don't mind either, because we went in, we had dinner, had coffee in the morning, and we played a little bit. So I think they're fine with us hanging out. But we just reached our 48-hour limit, or we're about to reach our 48-hour limit. So we found some, well, I didn't find anything. John and Nadia found some dry camping that's not too far from this area. So we're going to head up there and see if we can snag a spot. If not, there's other options, I guess. We got rest areas in that area and Walmarts and things like that. And then I think even a state park. So Sabrina and I were saying the other day that this is a little bit out of our comfort zone of traveling this way. We always have like a reservation and we always know where we're going. But these guys are like professional boondockers, dry campers and all that. They're always winging it. So, hey Sue, no, I'm not heading back. So I'm going to stay out here. Sabrina's only working for they only need her for 3 or 4 days. And then she's going to fly back to San Diego, and I'll pick her back up at the airport. And then we'll be able to just pick up from our trip right from there. And I saw somebody else commented. I'm bad at answering comments when I don't have Sabrina here to read them. Hey, Starlene. Yeah, it's only a couple days, so it won't be too bad. And aloha to Adria. Change is good. Yeah. Belle doesn't like when Sabrina leaves, though. So Belle was getting kind of funny when Sabrina was packing up her suitcase. Like, yeah, if you have a dog, I'm sure they're all very similar. They pick up on these things very quickly. Belle was not too happy with Sabrina packing up. Not that, I'm not taking too much offense to it, but I think she does like Sabrina better than she likes me. I don't think she minds so much when I leave. We do not have Thousand Trails, but we have heard a lot of good things about it. We have friends that do have it, and I don't think they've ever really had anything bad to say about it. I don't know a whole lot about it. I think it's like some type of buy-in. I'm sure there's people that know a lot more about it, but it's like a buy-in, maybe $2,000 to $4,000 up front. But then after you're able to stay at many campsites throughout the country, and it can really save you a lot of money, I believe, over time, especially for, I would imagine, full-timers that are constantly staying at campsites and things like that. So a little bit of an update, though, that Sabrina and I are doing actually surprisingly well in our boondocking. You guys know that I bought that Rhino holding tank thinking that we wouldn't be able to conserve water, and I was really looking forward to trying it out and letting you guys know how it works. but we haven't needed it yet. We haven't even filled our tanks yet because we've been moving like every 4 to 5 days, and we don't fill our tanks in that amount of time. And every time we move out here in the West Coast, we've noticed that it's a little easier to find sani stations or dump stations, whatever you would like to, you know, call them. So as we're in rest areas, so as we're just driving around, you know, we're at a spot for 4 or 5 days. We leave there, and as we're driving, we'll pass a rest area that has a dump station, and we just empty our tanks. They have water. We've been refilling the water. It hasn't really, unfortunately, I can't tell you guys how well the Rhino is working because we haven't used it yet, but I was hoping to be able to, maybe when we get the quartzsite. So Sabrina and I will be at quartzsite for the big event, big tent, stuff like that. RTR for the very first time that we're super nervous about. But we'll be there for 7 days, and I think that's when we'll most likely get to use that that holding tank, because that'll be the longest that we've been sitting. So yeah, I was really looking forward to telling you guys how that Rhino worked. Lou, it is definitely warmer here. In fact, it is 9:30 in the morning right here, and it is already 70 or 68 degrees. So it's time for some, for me, it's time for shorts. It's, I'm actually sweating out here. You guys might not be able to see, but on my brow, how gross. So what else is going on? The boondocking, I think Sue said, was looked like fun. It was a lot of fun. We've been posting pictures on Instagram, and we are in California, Team Terry, and we've been posting photos on Instagram of us like doing the campfires, and just Belle's been loving the boondocking because she's able to like run around off leash. She's like, I think I posted a picture where she's like laying on her little outdoor, she has an outdoor bed, and she's laying there eating a bone, and you can't see anybody for like, you just can't see anybody. But I mean, I think the view goes for like miles and miles and miles. So it's pretty cool. What is RTR? That is a very good question, Sean. I'll do my best to describe it because I've never attended it. But so RTR is like a show. There's going to be a huge tent out in the desert of Arizona, in Quartzsite, Arizona. They'll put up giant tents, and vendors will be there, like Battleborn batteries, snap pads, probably Wii Boost, Shore Call, things like that, that are like you know, just vendor related items. And it's kind of like a vendor show, and I think it draws like, I want to say someone told me 100,000 people, which sounds a little extreme. I don't know if that's actually possible. I don't know. I haven't been there yet. That sounds like a ridiculous amount of people. So, but maybe. And then they try to show off their products. They usually run specials and deals. Sabrina and I will actually be doing, I don't have the date still, but Sabrina and I will be doing a meet and greet with Battleborn batteries. Sue said, not extreme, but huge. Yeah, this is what we're hearing. We hear it's insane. So Sabrina and I will do like a meet and greet with Battleborn batteries. If anybody wants to come out and see us, we'll be at Quartzsite for the full event. I think it's like the 19th to the 27th. We're hanging out with our friends, RJ Adventures, and we're hanging out with Man and Maria from Nomadic Native. I think he is holding, if he's watching, he's supposed to be holding us a spot so we have a place to park, because it's supposed to be insane. We're trying to get our friends, Roman remodelers, to go and check it out with us too. Is that really what it stands for? No Pro? I don't know. No Pro probably knows better than me. It's supposed to be a really cool event that you should, at least as an RVer, do one time. So this might be our one time. And I think I saw another question that I missed. Let me see if I can scroll up. Sorry guys, my finger's on the screen here. Do we have time for Joshua Tree? So we looked up Joshua Tree, Sue, and it says because of the government shutdown, or the partial shutdown, that we were not allowed to enter. If I remember correctly, that was a couple days ago. Maybe it's changed. Maybe now we can get in there. I'm not really sure, but it was on our list of things to see. We did have time for it. We set time out for it, and then it didn't work. So I think that is what it stands for. Okay, Lou is confirming, and I know Lou definitely knows more than me. So if Lou confirms, it's got to be right. It does. It doesn't get cold for me at night, but Sabrina has been wearing her long sleeve shirt, a hoodie, and a coat, and I'm still in my t-shirt. So, but we are way on the other opposite extremes when it comes to temperatures. So during the day, it reached like 73, and at night, it was getting down to like in the 40s, I guess. And in Arizona, though, when we were waking up in the desert, it was getting to like 29, 32, 33 at night. So she was definitely freezing here. Unfortunately for Sabrina, she had left. When she left here a couple days ago, it wasn't this warm. So in her defense, I guess maybe that's why she was wearing the coat. I don't think she would be wearing the coat right now. I would hope she wouldn't be wearing the coat right now. But it's nice now. It's like 68, 70. And I think the place that these guys found for us that we're going to next, though, is at like a higher elevation, which will bring cooler temperatures, which will be good for me. I don't mind. I really prefer the cooler weathers. Let's see what else. So we'll be at a RTR. We're doing a meetup. Oh, a quick, shout out to Battleborn batteries, because you guys know that we put the lithium Battleborn batteries in here. We were running like 8 hours before on our standard batteries, and now we're running or 8 hours, I should say, before we would need to recharge. And now so far we've been able to go 3 days before we needed to recharge. And I must say that Sabrina and I are very bad about conserving energy. I think if we were a little better at it, we'd probably even get more than the 3 days between charges. But we're more than happy with, oops, now I'm pushing buttons on the gimbal. More than happy with them. I don't know what I just did, but it looks like you guys are still here. Let's see what else is going on. I think that catches everybody up. Sabrina will be back with just a couple days, and we're going to visit some family while we're out here in San Diego, and then we're going to head to Quartzsite, where, I don't know, like I said, it's got us a little nervous. We're excited, we're super excited to see Matt, Maria, and RJ, but man, are we a little nervous about all the crowds. We just don't deal well with crowds. It gets overwhelming for us. That doesn't sound bad though for New York City. No Pro 45? I don't know. I think that's good for January, yeah. Any interest in doing a AMA? I don't know what that is. Are we doing West Coast beaches? I don't know if we are. We're mostly out here to visit some cousins. Our cousin just had a baby. So I think we'll actually just be kind of hanging out at their place most of the time. They just moved to a new house or apartment, and we'll probably just, I don't know how much of San Diego we'll see while we're here. I think it's more of just like a family visit trip. We're only here for a couple days, and then we'll be headed back to RTR. 65 degrees is more preferable. Yeah, I guess it would be. Ask me anything, chat, and answer questions. That's pretty much how all of our, I mean, if you guys ever have a question, yeah, you just throw them out to us. We don't normally just make a particular set stream for it. You guys can always ask us any question, really anytime. We're usually pretty good about answering everything, I think. I've heard a number of full-time RVers state an aversion to large crowds. Yeah, it's just I mean, Sabrina and I are super friendly, so it's not like that we don't want to see people, but we get overwhelmed quickly. Like, I know even in a small crowd of people, if we have 10 people talking to, at a rally like we've done before, and there's maybe a small crowd of 10 people, I have a very difficult time focusing on to just one person as they're speaking. If other people are speaking, my ears don't work that way or something. I have a very difficult time focusing on what the person's telling me or asking me while somebody else is talking. I don't know, maybe just weird. I hope we do, Sue. All right, everybody, so I just missed a question. I think you got to do the Pacific Ocean. Put away life. James, I can't promise you, but we will try. We'll try. All right, everybody. Take care. Have a good day. And be safe. And we will definitely be doing live videos from Quartzsite for anybody that can't make it and is really curious. I was thinking, now that we have the gimbal, I'll just walk up and down aisles. I don't really know how it's set up. Maybe I'll walk through the tents. I was even thinking about maybe reaching out to Sean Nichols. He's the owner of Battleborn Batteries, and maybe doing like a live Q&A with him if he's up for it. I don't know if we'll even have time. So the way I hear it is that this thing is like insane. So he might not even have time to do a Q&A, but I thought it would be kind of cool. I think the glamping guys actually suggested it. If we could do maybe Q&A with some of the vendors out there for people that can't be there or something like that. Something like that. All right, everybody. Take care.